Hi guys, welcome back. So we finally have the Irish squad out for the Six Nations 2021. It's been a bit of time, but I think it's fairly wise of Farrell to take a bit more time to confirm some people coming back from injury, have a look at one more club game. So, I mean, they've got Stockdale out injured, which is a shame, but, you know, they're actually pretty well stocked. There's not that many injuries, and we've had a few key guys come back from injury. Not a lot of big stories in this squad. It's pretty settled, which is good. Craig Casey comes into the nines, which is brilliant. I mean, I've been saying who's going to succeed Conor Murray. Gibson Parks look good, but I'm not sure. So let's have a look at Casey. Could he become the next Conor Murray, as in a world-class player? Maybe not exactly the same as Conor Murray. 10 stays the same. I think he's realised it's Burns night today, so he's gone for the Burns and Burn to fill it out there. And Sexton, of course, are staying as the captain. Centres very well stocked on centres. Aki, Farrell, Henshaw, McCloskey and Ringrose. Plenty of combinations you can go for there. A fair bit of experience as well, but also guys in their prime. So looking well stocked there. A little bit of a shame that Stockdale isn't in the back three. He brings a lot of power. James Lowe, inexperienced, hasn't played a lot recently. So, you know, there may be a little light on power, but plenty of options. The one cap Shane Daly, very interesting for the future. Very talented all-rounder. One to watch. In the forwards, we see Tyke Furlong return, which is brilliant. And then they're pretty much stocked as they were before, but with Tom O'Toole coming in, the young 22-year-old prop. So a little bit of change there, but pretty settled. Now, I've actually put Tyke Byrne into the back row. I'm not quite sure how he's going to be used, but I just see that with the makeup of the squad, that's where I think they're going to use him, but who knows. So the similar second rows, like I said, Tyke Byrne in, Connors, Doris, Amani. Ruddock gets a recall, which is great for him, been playing very well for Leinster. Stander and Van der Fleer as normal. Levy hasn't really managed to get back to the form I thought he might get back to, hasn't been playing enough as well, so doesn't get in, not a massive surprise. Now, the tricky thing is not selecting the squad, I don't think, for Farrell. It's what's his best team. That's what I really think he needs to concentrate on in this Six Nations. Get a real solidity into that team, get some regular combinations going. Front row wise, sure we've got some players returning, but I mean, I really think they probably need to stick to where they were. I mean, Kilcoyne is back, which is brilliant news. And like I said, Furlong's back, which is absolutely brilliant news. But I think you stick Healy, Herring and Porter. They've been playing well. I don't think there's any reason to rush anyone back in. So leave those guys on the bench. Henderson and Ryan, I think, continue in the second row. I think that's their best pairing. You know, wondering how you use Byrne. Maybe I was actually close to starting Byrne there, but you know, I think him on the bench is a great call, to be honest. It's his blessing and his curse that he covers so much. Back row, well, I mean, I've gone round the houses on the back row. You could go for absolutely any combination. I mean, you know, Connors, Byrne, Amani, Ruddock. I mean, you could play all sorts of positions here. 6s, 7s. CJ could play 8. You could start, you know, Amani at 7, Van der Fleer at 7. But I've gone back to the second row they had been using the end of last year. And I think that Ireland really want to get their line out sorted. We've got O'Connell in the coaching team, which is great. I think he'll push for Amani maybe. So Stander, Amani and Doris, but there's lots of cover on the bench in the back row, with Tyke Byrne being able to play second row and back row. He gives a lot of options, and then you can play Van der Fleer as well. So plenty of leeway to change it if they want in the back row. On the bench for the backs probably are the slight surprise selections. Casey I'd bring straight in. I think let's just see what he's like. I honestly think they need to search for a world-class replacement. He looks like he's got a lot of potential. As with Daly. I think he could be one who's going to be starting for Ireland in the near future, so let's get him in nice and quick. And Burns covering 10, still question marks over world-class replacement for Sexton as 10 as always. But anyway, very settled squad. I think it was fairly easy to select for Farrell. Selecting the starting team and the best team, that's going to be the hard bit. Going to be fascinated to see what he goes for. Please let me know your starting teams and what you think of the squad as well. And I will catch you next time.